I'm Josh Ellsworth with Stahls, and you're watching our 21 Looks Heat Printing series, where we show you how to print trending items and encourage you to steal the look. This is edition number 7, and today we're entering the fashion category, and I'm printing this burnout sweatshirt from Alternative Apparel. We're going to combine textures, 2 different types of heat transfer vinyl that you'll be interested in for your business. I'm going to show you some tips about how to combine mixed material and how to press fleece. Let's head over to the heat press. We're over at our Hotronix Auto Open Clam heat press. I have this heat press in the 16 by 20 size loaded onto the heat press caddy so I can split my garment and load it onto the press. Now, when I load it onto the press, everything appears to be fine, but due to the cut of this garment, it's a raglan cut sleeve, when I go to drape the collar off of the edge, I'm still getting these seams up on the corners of the press. Now, my print area is going to be dead center. It won't impact that, but I don't want to leave these on the press because on some garments, they'll gloss up and leave a mark. And so a couple different ways to handle this. One is I can change the platen and just get to a smaller print area. However, that makes it sometimes a little harder to line up a full front design. So instead, I'm going to use a special accessory called a heat press pillow. I'll just lay the heat press pillow on top of the press. Then I'll be able to take my garment and split it over both the platen and the pillow at the same time. Just sliding the pillow up so it fits the top of the garment. And now, when I go to the press, those seams will sink in and I won't get any marking. Now, I still do like to pull the collar back off the edge of the pillow if I'm able. And then I can conduct a preheat and also measure my pressure. So when I lock the press down, it has a pressure readout here. Right now it's at a 0, and so I will need to increase the pressure by turning the knob clockwise. So I'm up at a 1. I need to increase it quite a bit here. And now I'm sitting at a nice medium pressure, which is where I want to be for this application. Okay, during that process, I've preheated my garment. Of course, as I load subsequent garments on, if I'm doing a job, I won't have to go through that pressure adjustment again, just the preheat process for about 5 seconds. We're combining a really cool design that's CAD cut metallic, which is a very soft foil-like material that applies in a single step, along with our patterns material. And this has a glitter texture to it. You can order our heat transfer vinyl patterns in basic finishes, glitter finishes, or even pressure sensitive adhesive finishes. Now, one of the challenges here is I have a 2-step design. It's usually easier to line up the design by putting the large area down first. But because of how these materials apply, I know I have to wait till the metallic completely cools down to be able to apply it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to place my center design first in the patterns material because it's more of a hot peel or a warm peel. That'll speed up my production. And once I can get a placement location to that, I can just validate that my metallic's going to line up and I'm going to be centered on my garment. I'm not letting it touch because I don't want it to stick and have to deal with that. But it looks like I have a good center point on the garment. And at that point, I will just tack this layer down for a few seconds. Again, this is our CAD cut patterns in the glitter finish. I'm going to give it just about 3 to 5 seconds to get it to temporarily adhere. I'm going to peel the backing after it's been applied. Nice and easy so you don't warp the shirt at all. And then I'll be able to take my metallic and position it into place. Now, when you're doing mixed media designs, it's great to have a carrier on the products that you're using that is completely clear. And so that makes it very easy to line up. As you'll see here, we have the text "Kindness always wins," and the letters are reversed out in the glitter pattern to make it legible after it's been printed. Now, a cover sheet is always a great idea when you're working with cold peel heat transfer vinyls. You don't want the heater to lift up the backing and start to lift the vinyl. And in this case, although the metallic can press at 285 degrees, I know the pattern glitter material takes just over 300 degrees. And so I put it at the higher temperature. I'll make sure I get the full dwell time that the material that needs to be applied for the longest requires. Okay, you get that? So the highest temperature, the longest dwell time, to make sure you reach the melting point of both materials. Again, this is a cold peel, so I will remove it completely from the press We'll let it cool down and then we'll peel it together over at the table. Okay, the design is completely cooled. I'm going to grab the corner and I'm going to start to remove the carrier at a 45-degree angle. And just kind of follow it along, making sure I'm getting a good release. And if we look up close here, we have the nice texture of the glitter. You can kind of even feel that. And you also have the metallic material that's extremely soft. Now, something really cool about metallic that I want to show you in this video is you have the nice bright finish on the metallic, but if you want to embed it more into the garment to get it to sink in, which I want to do because this is a burnout shirt, it's designed to be super soft, I want to blend that in a little more to the garment. So let's load it back onto the heat press and press it for just 5 more seconds and see what we get. So very simple, we load it back into the press, cover it with the cover sheet, and just press it for about 5 seconds. Now let's take a close-up look. And you actually get the texture of the garment coming through the metallic, a lower luster finish. So once we put in the work to complete the garment, I do love the finished result. You have something that feels really nice onto the garment, and you have a garment that's really high-end that I think your customers are going to love and pretty easy to execute. Now, if you'd like to download photos of this garment that were professionally taken as well as video clips to be able to market this look in your business to attract customers, well, you just need to click the link in the description. We've done all the work for you. You just need to show this to your customers on social media, your website, your emails, and say, come to my business, we can do high quality looks like this with heat transfer vinyl. Make sure you stay tuned for the next video in our 21 look series. Thanks for watching.